Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Today, we are discussing how VR is dead again. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these opinion piece videos, so I would love to hear your feedback down in the comments. Now, with the number of times that people have proclaimed VR is dead, we should be dealing with a mutilated zombie mindlessly marching forward. But luckily though, that is not the case. And if you haven't been in the VR community long enough, you might not realize VR is dead is a reoccurring joke at this point. So no, it is not dead. It's bigger than ever, but we have to acknowledge that VR continually goes through these significant lull periods. Now, there is a good chance that you're still enjoying VR content on a daily basis, but you might actually be more of an outlier. You are, after all, someone who comes to YouTube to watch VR videos. Your VR usage is not in line with the average user, and as a whole, the VR community has very little to be hyped about right now, with a drought that might continue for months. But this video is not all doom and gloom. Things are actually a lot better than they used to be. So today we're discussing where VR is now, where it's going, and why I still have plenty of reason to be hopeful. Now, there are of course links and timestamps to all of today's topics, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by Kiwi Design. Just because some idiot is claiming that VR is dead doesn't mean you don't need new VR accessories. No matter if you're gaming on PC VR or the Quest natively, Kiwi has plenty of different accessories to make you more comfortable, help get the PC VR cable out of your way, or just tidy up your room with some cool VR stands. There's a link down in the description, and don't forget to use discount code Mateo311 for 5% off and to help support this channel. Okay, so let's start this video off with the bad news. So what inspired this video is I'm actually starting to see comments on my videos stating that VR is dead. Now, this is nothing new, and in the 6+ years since VR's released, this has happened many times over. But there is a reason why some may feel that way, especially if you've been in the VR game for quite some time. One of the major issues that continues to plague VR is the quality of the games. These are the comments I see most often, and users are 100% correct. VR games have not improved at all since the launch of the Quest 2. There might be a handful of outliers, but for the most part, VR games we were getting back in 2016 through 2019 occasionally surpass anything we are getting right now. Now, there are some reasons for that, namely the power limitations on the Quest 2, and the fact that developing for PC VR is just not profitable. Making things even worse for VR as a whole, not only have most developers stopped supporting the Quest 1, but it's also losing access to games that used to run on the platform. So that's a few million VR gamers that might be jaded and leave the platform altogether rather than getting a new headset. At the same time, the Quest 2 is aging out. It's hitting its maximum potential, and Meta recently made the rather interesting decision to raise the price of the headset over 30%. So the VR community is shrinking, just became less accessible, and it truly needs an update, but there's nothing immediately on the horizon except for Project Cambria, which will not be a replacement for the Quest 2. And if we look forward to the rest of the year, regarding the games that have already been announced, there's a very small amount of high quality games. And even the few that do excite me, like Bone Lab, Ghostbusters VR, and Among Us, these don't have mainstream appeal, and they're still not the type of games that we've been asking for years. We want AAA style, full-fledged experiences. So I guess we end the video here. That's it, VR's dead, nothing great coming, no new hardware, and I guess nothing to get excited about. No, we are just once again in a waiting phase. Now, before we get to what you should be excited for, I want to go over how much better VR is now compared to it was 3 or more years ago, and why, if you've never played VR before, it's a great time to get in, except for that stupid Quest 2 price hike, but besides that. Okay, so if you are just getting into VR for the first time, there is a huge back catalog of games. It doesn't matter that no new games are coming out, because there are plenty of amazing experiences to hold you over until things finally start moving again. You'll also have access to something that VR gamers did not have for years, and that is populated PvP servers. There were some amazing VR titles back in the day, like Star Trek Bridge Crew, Space Junkies, and Hover Junkers, but they were ahead of their time with no community to play them, and they quickly died off. Now, there are plenty of PvP games that have been alive and kicking for over a year and constantly getting new updates. Unlike other indie games, VR excels at releasing a game and then just making it so much better year after year. Just to name a quick few, we have Until You Fall, Demeo, After the Fall, Blast On, and Population 1. But honestly, you could tack about 100 different games onto that list because most VR developers are extremely passionate and they want to do whatever it takes to see this industry succeed. And things aren't only better for gamers, because developers are finally making some nice profits, multiple studios are expanding, and we're starting to see sequel after sequel, meaning studios could keep coming back making more and more games, or increase their budgets making bigger projects, with less fear of failure. So while the OG PC VR players out there might be complaining that VR is dead, or even the Quest early adopters have had enough with the platform, there's still a lot of stuff to be excited for in the near future. Now, besides moments of overhype, then extended periods where VR seems to go dormant, the industry also swings in another direction. It started with PC VR, then rapidly expanded with the PlayStation VR, and then finally, after multiple years and numerous headsets, mobile VR took dominance. Now, in those first stages, everything coming to mobile VR was a port from either PlayStation or PC VR. As the number of Quest and Quest 2 headsets exploded, development shifted gear to target mobile VR. Well, it looks like the pendulum is once again on the opposite side of the journey, and we're going to see a resurgence of Sony PlayStation VR and PC VR. The PlayStation VR 2 is rapidly approaching, and Sony has signaled on multiple occasions that they've heard us loud and clear, and they're going to bring the quality of VR games much closer in line to what you get on flat screen. Now, the PlayStation VR 2 is expected to sell better than the original, but it might not be the #1 competitor like it was back in the day. Regardless though, it has the potential to add millions of new VR players, and it's expected that PSVR 2 game developers will also publish their titles for PC VR in order to have a few extra million customers. So it looks like moving into 2023, we might finally start getting those AAA style experiences we want. Now, Valve's expected new headset could also help a lot here too, but I honestly think that's going to be more of a 2024 product. Now, even before the PlayStation VR 2 launches, we're going to get Meta's Project Cambria. And while I've said this 100 times, and I'm going to say it one more time, it will not be a replacement to the Quest 2, but it has the potential to start a new XR renaissance. This product will be emphasizing features that we do not currently use or are extremely niche. All it takes is one really good example of AR or an excellent use case for something like eye tracking to encourage the whole XR industry. Just like how no one pictured VR to be slicing blocks flying at you to the beat of music, we don't fully know what to expect from this headset, and it could end up being an amazing new productivity tool, or AR gaming brings a new level of fun that we never expected. Now, the technological improvements on this headset will undoubtedly be too expensive for the common user. The $1,500 price tag relegates this to prosumers and enterprise. However, things like all-day comfort levels, enhanced optics, foveated rendering, active cooling can all be optimized to be implemented into the Quest 3. So when we finally do get some new hardware to replace the XR2 chipset, we'll also have the software and form factor to take full advantage of it. So all of those new PlayStation VR and PC VR titles will be able to run them on either Cambria or the next headset to come. So we currently have a clear path forward of both AAA titles and new hardware. Unfortunately though, it's not really going to be a 2022 thing. We're going to have to squeak by the rest of the year with a handful of cool titles, or just replaying the ones we love. Now, I have already done a full series for people in this situation who want to get the most out of their VR, and it includes everything from hidden gems, the best games by genre, and even some mods that you really need to check out. I'll include some links to those videos down in the description, but that was today's video. And like I said, I haven't done an opinion piece in quite some time, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, I will see you guys on next time.